everyone, thank you for joining me today. Today, my topic is going to be on how the internet is changing lives forever. With more teens becoming older, it's easy to see how the technology era is becoming more prominent in our lives. Did you know, thanks to Time magazine, that teenagers check their phone daily 50 times? I did not know this, but thanks to more research on Time magazine's website, that number seems to be growing as people get older and more teenagers are coming into light. All over the world, the way that teenagers are communicating has been changing. Although FaceTime and texting has become easier for us to talk to people all over the world and for us to communicate with each other whenever we're not around, it has changed and become a big problem. Whenever you're around someone, you may not know how to talk to them in person. With technology, you can use an emoji and you can tell someone that you're doing something, but really you're not. I've had plenty of experiences where I've actually texted someone and said that I was laughing, but in reality, I was not. Not only are they not communicating the right way, but they're also taking time away from the important things of life. Instead of replacing all of our good things in life, we're using our internet and playing video games or taking selfies. Being a teenager myself, it is easy to forget that the things that we say on the internet cannot be said in person. There's been many times that I or someone else that I have known actually have said something on the internet that we would never tell someone else in person. Here's more interesting things on the topics of teenager and how technology is changing. Communication is a key to making friends, keeping them, and every other thing. Whenever you go to an interview with your boss, you automatically have to have that communication skills. But thanks to technology, most people don't actually know what to do whenever they're face to face with someone. I can tell you many times whenever I've actually had to talk to someone that I don't know what to say. I freeze up and I automatically want to say what I could say on the phone. It would be much easier. Teenagers are finding it hard to step away from things that are actually going on their phones. But instead of actually looking around them, they're using their cell phones. Whenever you see a group of teenagers at a party, or you see them at dinner or hanging out, instead of actually communicating with each other, if you look around, they're all on their phones. They might be texting each other, or they might be on Snapchat or taking pictures of each other. With all the time looking at their phones, we're actually missing out on the real experiences of the world. When you go somewhere, your first thought is to take a picture or a selfie. But if instead of that, we actually look around and take in the memories. When we see something that makes us happy, the first nature is to immediately bring out our devices and post it on social media. We want everyone to know what we're doing and what's going on. But what if one day your phone stopped working? How many people could actually say that they would remember the memories and actually know how they felt at that time? I know I couldn't. I would forget about most of the things that happened in my life because during those times I was on my phone, or I feel like the pictures would actually have saved the memories instead of myself. Sometimes we feel like we may forget things, so we use our phones, but the memory is actually more prominent than what we think. It's better than taking a picture because sometimes pictures can be deleted. With all these topics, out of many more, technology is changing the way of our lives. It's easily becoming a problem. With more going on around the world, it's harder to see how teenagers think. But whenever we think of a teenager, you think of a cell phone. Parents nowadays have to tell kids to get off their phones and go outside. Used to, it was come inside and do something else. It's easy to see how first nature is becoming cell phones and then everything else is pushed to the sides. I can't say how many times I've come home to do homework, but I actually go on Netflix and watch a movie. And then that makes it harder in my life. It should not be second nature, and it's not something that should be distracting us. It should be helping us, but instead we use it wrong. With communication changing, the lives of people are taking the memories to themselves, but instead on their phones, and teenagers' lives are being changed forever. So, next time you think about sending that text or FaceTiming that person, stop and think of how it would be if you said it actually in person. You may change your attitude, or you may show more emotions. Take in the moments instead of thinking of the filter that you can use. Captions nowadays, we can say what was going on, but if we actually take one moment to look around, we can know what was going on in life, and we'll never forget that. Thank you.